Another day, another messy bun.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is gonna be a first impressions review over a brand new line of makeup at Walmart called Lala Fox. I've never heard anything about this brand. I can't find any review videos. I can't even find a website for this brand. So it's like a ghost brand. I have no idea where this is sold, if it's exclusive to Walmart. So at my Walmart, they just kind of had this display at the very end of the aisle. Like, it was just a really small display. Yeah, they didn't really have a full line. They don't have any setting powders, any concealers, lip liners, eyeshadows, so it's a pretty small range. They have a cushion foundation, and then they have the second skin foundation. So this is the liquid. I did get two shades in both of these because the first shade I got looks to be a little bit too dark, so I went back and got the lighter shade. And it's very, very nice packaging. It's all just black, and it looks really expensive. So the cushion foundation is called the Stay All Day Cushion. I got the shade Sand Beige and Medium Almond, but the shade range is the same in both foundations, so you can match it up really well. So I really do like that. I like when companies have multiple foundations, but the shades are named all the same. So the other foundation I got is called the Second Skin Foundation. Again, Medium Almond and Sand Beige. I also picked up a primer. This is called the Air Primer. I got the Micro Essential Mist Moisture Water. I also picked up a mascara. This is called the Touch Up Mascara Volume Lash. They also had one for length and maybe separation. I picked up an eyeliner. This is called the Drawing Gel Eyeliner. I picked up the shade Black. It's just a retractable stick eyeliner. And then I picked up two different lipsticks. These are called the Color Fix lipsticks. They do have a glossy finish, and they also have a matte finish. And then the second time I went back, when I actually went to pick up a lighter shade because the first just wasn't gonna work, I found this one in the shade #Bryan. I mean, I had to have it. In case you don't know, my husband's name is Bryan, and it's spelled the exact same way. But this is in the matte finish. First, I'm gonna go in with the Drawing Gel Liner in the shade Black. Also, this was $6. But I swatched on my hand yesterday, and I washed my hand very vigorously, and it would not come off. It stained my hand over here. But it doesn't seem to be the most jet black formula I've ever tried. It does seem to be kind of sheer in a way, like I can kind of see my skin underneath it, but I feel like it will be okay once I put it on my eyes. But it is blending out really nicely. I am kind of getting like a gray black vibe. Yeah, I do wish it was a little bit more black, but here's a swatch on my hand. I'm trying to take it off with a baby wipe, and it's not coming. It's barely even smearing, so that is hopeful. So I'm also going to line my waterline with this. So yeah, it doesn't tug at all. It's very easy to apply, but when I'm trying to blend it out with my brush and my waterline, it's like it just starts kind of flaking away, and it actually picks up the product and like removes it. So yeah, first impressions of this liner, it seemed to work okay. I don't like it as of now. Moving on to mascara, I have the Volume Mascara. This is the Touch Up Mascara #Volume Lash. It just says it's for volume and fullness. So here's what the wand looks like. It's a really fluffy little wand, but it's actually pretty narrow, and it does have a slight curve to it. So it is making my lashes look really full and kind of fluffy. This is a very, very dry formula, so I find that it's just a little bit hard to layer. Again, it's not the blackest formula, and it's also not a very messy mascara. Like, it's not getting all over my eyelid. That probably has something to do with it being a drier formula. Okay, so there's a mascara, and I gotta say, I'm not super unimpressed. It did do a really good job at thickening and volumizing. It really didn't do a whole lot of clumping or anything. It did a really good job at separating, which I'm a little bit surprised about because the bristles are so close together and so full and fluffy that you would think that there might be clump issues or like that spidery look. It did add a decent amount of length, but keep in mind it's not a lengthening formula. It doesn't claim to be. It's not as black as I would like, but I'm not mad about it. And I forgot to mention this mascara was $6. I'm gonna go ahead and apply the Air Primer now. So it just says primer preps and smooths skin's texture. Yeah, they really need to work on their descriptions, but this was $10. You get 1.01 fluid ounces of product. So it's just like a peachy white primer. It feels kind of silicone-y. This one does have silicone in it, so it is a silicone-based primer. So I'm trying to go ahead and apply this all over my face. The only thing I've done is moisturized, but this is smelling really, really good. It smells like a perfume, but it's not too strong or anything. It just smells very florally and light. Yeah, I'm not seeing a difference in my pores or anything. My skin does feel pretty smooth. It feels a little bit tacky. So far so good, we will see. So starting with the second skin foundation, I think I'm going to apply the Sand Beige. This is one shade down from Medium Almond, but I will show you both. So here is the packaging of the second skin foundation. It looks so bougie and so fancy. Like, this looks like a skincare kind of pump. Here is Medium Almond up here, and here is Sand Beige. There's actually quite a big jump between like just one shade difference. This is actually pretty tan. I don't know, I might have to mix them. So this foundation was $10, so I really don't think it's that bad. As far as the consistency goes, it does seem pretty thick. I feel like just with like rubbing it out and stuff, I feel like it's gonna be a pretty good coverage just because a little bit does go a long way, and it looks like it's heavily pigmented, like it looks very, very opaque. As far as the claims go, I mean, it just says liquid foundation for a smooth and flawless finish. That's it. So I'm going to use my damp Real Technique sponge. Actually, this is not the legit Real Technique sponge. I just ordered this off Wish for like $1 or $2. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix those two together on the back of my hand. Oh yeah, that's definitely going to be a better match for me. I don't really have a whole lot to cover up today. I don't really have any active blemishes or anything. I do have oily skin, but it's not super oily. I usually don't have a problem with getting shiny. This does have a pretty strong scent. It does have a similar scent to the primer where it kind of smells perfumey. I'm not going to wear this for a super long time. Like, I'm not going to shoot for 8 hours or anything, but I am going to be testing this out pretty thoroughly, so I will put some updates in the description box. If there aren't any yet, that means I haven't done it yet. Okay, so there's the foundation. It pretty much covered up everything. Again, I didn't really have a whole lot, but right now I'm getting a really pretty like natural sheen from it. It didn't cover up like everything perfectly right here. You can't see it on camera, but in person I can still see like 1 or 2 little like acne spots. I'm just gonna go in and kind of spot correct. Okay, so that definitely did cover it up. So this is definitely a type of foundation that you can build up and layer. But so far, I'm really liking how this side's looking. So moving on to the cushion foundation, we're gonna apply it on this side. So here's what the cushion foundation looks like. It comes with this really pretty like bright royal blue sponge, but it's just like every other cushion foundation. It has this little door that protects it, and the product is covered up with a sticker. And then here is the cushion. So this is in the shade Sand Beige. Again, it's a really nice yellow undertone. You can see where I press my finger in there. So this has 0.42 ounces, which is standard for a cushion foundation. It looks to be maybe a hair darker than the Sand Beige in the second skin foundation. So I'm gonna go ahead and open up the Medium Almond. Wow, that looks to be a little darker than me. Again, it doesn't really look like a cushion, like a typical cushion foundation on the back of my hand. It seems to be more matte and more opaque. So I think I'm gonna try to mix these two together just on the back of my hand. Come off, come off. Oh wow, that's orange. But it's got quite a bit of a warm orange undertone to it. I'm just gonna go in to Sand Beige because I think it will be closer to my skin tone, and maybe where we've laid down like a little bit of a darker base, it might kind of balance itself out. So I'm gonna actually push my sponge into the cushion. Quite a bit of product came off. Yeah, that's giving me pretty good coverage. I do like Sand Beige. I don't know if it's the mixture going on my skin of both of those, but Sand Beige is kind of correcting everything. So it's not applying as quickly and as effortlessly as the second skin foundation. This definitely seems to have medium coverage right off the bat. I'm just not going to use a sponge just because typically these things don't really work for me. This does feel very, very soft though. It feels very velvety. Let's just dip it in a little bit. I'm going to dip it into Sand Beige again and just see how much product comes off. There's what it looks like on the sponge. This is just hard for me to hold. It's just, you have to like stretch your fingers out and like give them a good exercise. I mean, I guess I can't really tell much about it, but I mean, it did add coverage. This does seem to be a pretty high quality one. I don't know how it would apply foundation like when there's nothing on, like you don't have a foundation base already, but it's not bad. So right now it is 2:56. So I'm gonna say 3 o'clock for my check-in. This is a very late video date. Okay guys, so I've sat here for about 10 or 12 minutes and I feel like this is where we're gonna get. The second skin liquid foundation side definitely seems to have set down to be more matte. You can still see a glow, and I did put some like cream bronzer, some cream highlight on, so right here you can see a little bit of a glow, but when I touch it to my hands, like it feels like it's set almost to a powder finish. I'd say it's like a demi matte maybe, but it just looks really, really flawless. I'm also really digging the cushion foundation as well. I will say it does seem to have a little bit more of a sheen, but it's setting pretty similarly to the second skin foundation. My skin looks so so poreless and airbrushed, especially the second skin foundation side. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom you guys in and show you. Hopefully you can see, but look at this. Like, my pores are minimized on this side. Okay, I'm making this to be so dramatic. I'm sorry. Bring it down. See, my pores look very minimized and just kind of like airbrushed over. My pores on this side look kind of normal. Like, they don't look super minimized, but they're not emphasized or anything. Okay, so now moving on to lips. Like I said, I do have 2 different shades to show you guys, so I'm gonna try on each one and show you what it looks like. So first, I'm gonna do the Glossy Finish lipstick in the shade #Hue. It's just a really pretty, like, girly pink. Like, it's just a basic standard pink shade. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this with no lip liner. I just wanna show you guys what it looks like because I'm gonna be taking it off in just a second. So as far as the wear goes, I'm just gonna have to get back with you guys in the description box for updates because I'm not gonna wear these around the house today. It just has a really nice, just creamy, glossy finish. It's very opaque and it's very comfortable, but it's gotta go. So now I'm gonna go into the matte lipstick in Bryan. I hope it's showing up on camera the way it actually looks like in person, because in person, it's like a deeper, kind of like a brick mauve. Oh, yes, this is the perfect shade. Okay, so there is Bryan, and this is literally the shade I've been looking for like ever, but I can never find it. I don't really know why, because it doesn't really look that unique, but it's pretty unique because I have so many nudes, I have so many mauves, and none of them look quite like this. It was very, very creamy. It's very opaque, and it's like full coverage. You cannot see my lip skin. You can't see my lips underneath. Also, I do want to point out that matte lipsticks typically for me do not work out very well because I have very dry lips to begin with, but right now this is feeling so hydrating and comfortable on the lips. I am digging this formula, and I forgot to mention these lipsticks are $6, which I think is a pretty good deal. So moving on to the Micro Essential Mist Moisture Water. This was actually a little bit more expensive. This was $12, but let's see what kind of sprayer it has on it. Oh, I was getting a little negative. I was like, what? Did you see that little like fine, pointy, weird mist? But now, okay, that seems to be very fine. Oh, I'm so excited. Let's go ahead and do this. Oh, it's like a continuous sprayer. Oh! It doesn't do like a wide, broad mist. It's very concentrated in one area, so you really have to move it around your face. You can't just go back here and get everything. It feels nice. Oh, my skin looks so good. It does have like a slight fragrance. It almost smells like aloe. I am seriously so impressed. My skin looks so hydrated, and there are no lines, no harshness. My pores look freaking amazing. Look at this glow. Look at this glow right here, people. I think I found my new favorite product. I will say you don't actually get a lot of product in here, and with how much I had to use just in that one application, I don't feel like this would last me very long because it's so fine. I feel like it will use a lot. It only comes in 1.76 ounces of product. Just to give you an example, this J-Cat Beauty one, which is I think is like a standard size for setting spray, this is 2 fluid ounces, and that's kind of shocking because look how much bigger this is compared to this. I will be going to the gym around 6:30 tonight, so that's about 3 hours from now. So I will talk to you guys later. Hey guys, so I'm back for my final check-in of the night. It is now 9:45. I'm pretty sure our check-in time was 3 o'clock, so I didn't get very far into the day, but that's just because I had a late start. But oh my god. So I did go ahead and put on the glossy lipstick in the shade Hue. So first of all, both foundations look absolutely incredible. It is not faded, it is not melted off my face, it is not cakey or thick, it doesn't look heavy or anything. I will say that I'm kind of sensing a little bit of heaviness more so on this side, the cushion foundation side. I guess I should remind you, this is the liquid foundation side and this is the cushion foundation. Like I can feel it just a little bit more on this side, and this side seems to be, like it says, like a second skin. It does feel very comfortable and very breathable. Nothing has settled into pores or fine lines on my forehead. I do have the normal amount of creasing under my eyes. I usually get fading right around here on both sides, like the little bronzer region, and I don't have any fading going on. My blush, bronzer, highlight, all of that has held up very, very well. I think the Second Skin foundation is probably the way to go. It's so opaque and it does feel more lightweight and more Second Skin-like than the cushion foundation side. So yeah, I would say my pick is the liquid foundation. So moving on to the eyeliner, it did not hold up very well in my waterline. Most liners don't. It doesn't look all that great, to be honest. Like, it's faded quite a bit. It's very splotchy, my waterline. It is really creamy and it is easy to work with and blend out, but I don't know, it's just not, it's not as intense and pigmented as I'd like. I kind of feel the same about the mascara. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom you guys in and show you what it looks like up close. But where it's just not a super black formula, it kind of looks almost grayish, and I just don't really like that. I like a little bit more drama. But as far as the eyeliner and the mascara goes, I'll have to say that these just aren't my favorite. I don't think they're bad products. I've just tried a lot better. As far as the primer goes, I mean, I don't know if these foundations held up so well because of the primer, so I will continue to use this with other foundations and also try the foundations with other primers. So updates will be in the description box of everything, but I really did like how this went on. I didn't really have any problems with it. So as far as the lipsticks go, I did continue to wear the matte lipstick in the shade Bryan earlier. I wore it for maybe an hour or so, and it did kind of start feeling a little bit more dry in the inner rim. I started getting a little bit of crackliness and a little bit of like peeling and flaking, which kind of got uncomfortable. So it did start drying down to be a little bit more drying, but this is such a pretty color that I'm willing to work around it and maybe just put like a clear gloss on top. Like, I can make this work. The Micro Essential Mist is just, I've never tried a product quite like it that does this much. Like, I saw an immediate difference in my skin as soon as I got done applying this. My skin has honestly never looked this good. So guys, that is it for this first impressions review over Lala Fox. So thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out with me today. Thumbs up if you like this video, subscribe, follow me on all my social media, all the links are below, and I hope you guys, I just hit my foot so hard against my chair. And I hope you guys have a beautiful day. Mwah.